All righty, 6:20. So Christine, got a message, which you normally don't get. Normally, if there's no school, you might get a message.
Right.
But you got a message saying there was school. Did that go out to like all Utica School District parents?
I know for my daughter's school, we got one. I didn't get any others. So it was interesting to get a message saying that there is school today for all of those people who think that there may not be school today.
Well, there are so many snow days that weren't used. And I think that, but there, from what I understand, most of those, so you might have like Friday off before Memorial Day, and then Tuesday after Memorial Day.
Right. There are a couple for us that are kind of thrown in there.
That is providing we don't get another snow day.
Right.
And you know, listen, anything can happen. It is
possible.
May, but anything can happen. So Larry Wilmore was the host of the White House Correspondence Dinner, and he's gotten some heat over some of his material. Do you want to hear some of this? I do have some audio. Host Larry Wilmore also had some good material at the Correspondence Dinner. Here's a montage of some of his highlights. Yeah, that's the line, the little beep there. That's the line that he's taking a little bit of heat on. Mm-hmm. As you might expect, right? But it was, it's that time where all the reporters and all the correspondents get together, and the president tells a little roasting, and people come up and do some roasting. It is a special night for those that care about all that stuff.
And I'll tell you, I enjoy these because when the president does the roasting or if he's telling stand-up bits, I know Bush has done some really funny ones, and Obama has had some really hilarious bits.
I think the night, and I might have some audio on this too, the highlight of the night was with the president and John Boehner coming together and doing a bit together. And it was all about, so what do you do in retirement? Obama asking Boehner. And Boehner's like, well, listen, it's not even 11 o'clock yet, and I've already had a beer. Yeah. And at one point, he's got cigarettes, and he's trying to lure the president to, come on, why don't you just take one? Can do it.
I had a conversation once with a local official, and I won't say who it is, but they were they met Obama when he came to Rome, to Griffiths. And he overheard him say to a Secret Service agent, man, I could use a cigarette. I could really use a smoke right now.
Yeah.
So, and I hear that he smokes Marlboro 100s.
Here's Obama talking about how it was his final Correspondence Dinner. Then he made a Harriet Tubman joke. See the big hotel fire in New York City? Huge. Actually, it was not a hotel fire. It was a church fire. And it was after an Easter ceremony yesterday. The Orthodox Easter was this past weekend, right? So for Orthodox Christians, that would include Russian Orthodox and such. They had Easter yesterday, and there was a really terrible fire. It was at the historic Serbian Orthodox Cathedral in Manhattan, and it was you'll see it all over the TV today. And Jim Zecca has got to be pretty happy today because there he is on the front page of the Observer-Dispatch. And it's all about the West Side Senior Center. We hear two things from Jim Zecca. We hear about the West Side Senior Center, and what is the other thing we hear about?
I think it's one of the candidates.
It would be Donald Trump.
That's right.
And there's a lot of Donald Trump gloating going on right now. Anyway, the OD has a story on the fact that the West Side Senior Center has new leadership, and it is making some corrections and some improvements and getting back on the mend. And today's Above the Fold front page shows Jim Zecca entering, and he kind of was behind he started the West Side Senior Center, did he?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know he's been a huge supporter
Got
as
it.
far back as I can remember, but I don't know if he started it.
Anyway, it's in today's big week in the Assembly this week and in the Senate as they will be beginning their the end of this session. It starts tomorrow, and a lot of stuff has to get taken care of. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of all of it. But, they're all up for re-election, so they're going to want to finish this up on time in a timely fashion to be able to get home and get everything done. The one thing that does seem like it is going to fall through is there was a bill in the Assembly that passed through the Assembly that would take the next two primaries, the federal primary, which is the congressional primary on June 28th, and move it to and the state primary would move to the federal date. So both primaries would be handled at the end of June. That's not going to happen at this point. but it looks like it's not going to get through the Senate. Christine has an update coming up. Hold tight. We're coming right back on a Monday morning at WIBX.